Welcome to Premier League Gameweek 24 recap. So Haaland scored his 27th goal to become Man City's highest scorer in a single Premier League season. Chelsea's misery continued with a 2-0 loss to Spurs. Arsenal beat Everton 4-0 to go 5 points clear, and much more to be covered in this video. First off, Fulham played Wolves and drew 1-1. Pablo Sarabia, who joined Wolves from PSG a few weeks ago, was meant to break a deadlock in this match, with the Spaniard firing the ball into the bottom corner to get his first ever goal for Wolves. This put Wolves a goal up 23 minutes in. However, as has usually been the case this season, Wolves dropped points from a winning position, with Solomon scoring for a third consecutive match later on in the game to make it 1-1 and split the points between both sides. Both sides would have been desperate for the 3 points, with Fulham making a push for European football and Wolves looking to avoid relegation, but a point each isn't the worst result for two teams that have looked good as of late. Everton were up against Aston Villa and lost 2-0. A win against Villa would have seen Everton steer further clear from the relegation zone. However, that was never going to be an easy task, as Ollie Watkins has been on fire for Villa recently, with the striker netted in 4 consecutive matches heading into this game. Everton did a great job in the first half of restricting Villa from getting too many chances. However, their efforts came crumbling apart in the second half, with them giving away a penalty that Ollie Watkins converted from the spot to make it 1-0 to Villa. Everton had a few chances to level the game after this, but World Cup winner Emiliano Martinez pulled off a few saves, and then in the 81st minute, Emiliano Buendia scored to secure the win for Villa, seeing Everton drop back into the bottom 3. Leeds came up against Southampton and beat them 1-0. A win for Southampton would have seen them move up from bottom of the table, which is where they've been for weeks, and with them being off the back of a win against Chelsea, whilst Leeds won a 10-game winners run in the league, it seemed like there was a good chance they could defeat Leeds. However, they're bottom of the league for a reason and were outplayed by Leeds in this match, with Leeds eventually getting their winning goal in the 77th minute when Junior Firpo slotted the ball past Bazunu in goal. This goal helped Leeds secure their first win in the league since November, and the 3 points they picked up from this match have seen them climb out of the relegation zone. However, they still have a long way to go if they want to survive in the Premier League this season. Leicester faced Arsenal and lost 1-0. Arsenal ended their rough patch last time out versus Aston Villa with a 4-2 win, and they would be looking to make it 2 successive wins with a victory over Leicester. And they achieved this goal of theirs by having a defensive masterclass, with Leicester only generating 0.01 XG across 90 minutes, which was unheard of, and that's largely down to the Arsenal defence doing very well to keep Leicester quiet. Now, of course, doing this well defensively wouldn't have meant too much in the end if Arsenal didn't score a goal, but they didn't have to worry about that as just 1 minute into the second half, Martinelli fired the ball home to give Arsenal the lead. This goal was helped by Trossard, who had an excellent performance in this match, despite starting the match as a striker instead of his usual position, which is left winger, and he also got unlucky to have his great goal in the first half disallowed for a foul on the keeper. West Ham played Nottingham Forest and defeated them 4-0. Despite the one-sided scoreline, this match was at a stalemate for the majority of it, as it wasn't until the 71st minute when January signing Danny Ings broke the deadlock. Once this goal went in, the floodgates opened, things getting a second 2 minutes later, followed up by goals from Declan Rice and Mikel Antonio to cap off what was a dominant performance from West Ham. This ended up being a pretty odd scoreline, as West Ham have struggled for goals this season, and Nottingham Forest have been pretty defensively sound as of late with Keylor Navas in goal, with Forest holding the reigning Premier League champions Man City to a 1-1 draw the week before this. Bournemouth came up against Man City and lost 4-1. Man City dominated this match from the first minute to the last, and it didn't take long at all for them to break the deadlock, with Julian Alvarez scoring on the rebound to put aside a goal up 15 minutes in. Then, later on in the first half, Haaland scored to make it 2-0, with this goal being his 27th in the Premier League this season, seeing him overtake Aguero to become Man City's all-time top goal scorer in a single Premier League season. Goals continued to pour in after this, with Phil Foden making it 3-0 at a stroke of half time, and soon into the second half, Chris Mentham scored an own goal to put Man City 4-0 up. Lerma was able to reduce the deficit for Bournemouth late on in the match, but this was nothing more than a consolation goal, and the 3 points went Man City's way. Crystal Palace were up against Liverpool and drew 0-0. With Liverpool having aspirations to rekindle their season and finish in the top 4, this was a match they just had to win given the fact they were up against an out-of-form Crystal Palace. However, they ended up putting in a very poor performance, which wasn't the response fans of the club would have been hoping for after they were battered by Real Madrid 5-2 in their previous match. In the end, Liverpool were pretty lucky to even come away with a point, as Crystal Palace had a few big chances but narrowly missed them, increasing Palace's win streak in the league to 7 matches. Tottenham faced Chelsea and beat them 2-0. Going into this match, Tottenham hadn't won a league game at home against Chelsea in 5 years. However, with Chelsea being in an abysmal form at the moment, it seemed like this was the perfect chance for Spurs to finally beat them. Chelsea did pretty well defensively for the first 45 minutes, so Spurs being unable to score during that first half. However, just a minute in the second half, Tottenham Academy product Oliver Skip scored a screamer to get his first ever goal for Tottenham, putting them 1-0 up against the London rivals. Then, towards the end of this match, Harry Kane shot the ball in for close range to increase their advantage, securing the point of 3 points for Tottenham in their battle to finish in the top 4 this season. Arsenal played Everton and defeated them 4-0. Everton managed to beat Arsenal at Goodison Park a few weeks before this match, which was the start of Arsenal's 3-game winner streak, so Arsenal would have been looking to take revenge on Everton, and that's exactly what they did. Everton managed to hold off Arsenal for a large part of the first half. However, they finally conceded 5 minutes before the break when Bukayo Saka scored a fantastic goal with his weak foot. Then, at a stroke of half time, Saka assisted Martinelli to put Arsenal in the driving seat going into the second half. From here, Arsenal defended well to prevent Everton from getting back into the game and ended up stealing the win late on with goals from Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Martinelli, sending Arsenal 5 points above Man City at the top of the league. Finally, Liverpool faced Wolves and beat them 2-0. Wolves managed to smash Liverpool 3-0 a few weeks before this, and would have been hoping for a repeat of that this time around, especially with Liverpool's confidence likely being pretty low following their 2-4 results to Crystal Palace and Real Madrid. However, history didn't repeat itself, and instead it it was Liverpool who got the win, with Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah scoring 2 quick-fire goals towards the end of the match, seeing Liverpool pick up all 3 points and rise into the top 6. Anyway, that's Premier League Gameweek 24 recap. To who made it this far, enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and more share, comment your opinions on any of the matches happening this game week. With that being said, have a good one guys. See ya.